Good afternoon, guys. Obviously, if it is morning, good morning to you, or good afternoon, whatever time it may be. Today we're going to be doing a dribbling lesson with our footballs, okay? Now, if you don't have a football, don't worry about it. You can use a basketball, or you can use a tennis ball. It doesn't really matter, as long as you can dribble with it, okay? We're not going to kick any footballs today, so don't worry if you do not have a football. But if you do, great. If you don't worry. Find something else that you can use, okay? Now, obviously, in my football lessons that I've had with you guys, I've focused quite a lot on how we control the ball and how we keep it close to us, okay? So we're not just going to be kicking the ball today, we're just going to be dribbling, okay? Now, all you're going to need is your ball, and then you're going to need some household products, okay? So I've used a tin of baked beans, I've used a water bottle, I've used some cleaning products, I've used some olive oil, and another water bottle, and some watering cans I found lying around in my garden, okay? Now, obviously, you need to make sure that you check with your parents that it's okay to use these items. Just say obviously you're using it for your lesson, and I'm sure they'll be okay with it, okay? So just double check with that, okay? Now, to make your course, all I'm going to say is make it as complicated as you can. So make it really tricky. So I don't want to see gaps this big, I want to see gaps this big, okay? Quite small ones, okay? So it's going to make it quite challenging for ourselves to try and do. Now, I'm going to say the length of it has to be from one side 1, 2, 3, 4 steps long, okay? So that's 4 steps long we want the course to be. Now, in order to control the ball, the first time round, so number 1, we are going to be using the rolling technique to get the ball across the river, okay? Now, these are crocodiles, so if we do touch a crocodile, that means we have to start from back at the beginning, okay? And I'll show you what that is very shortly. Now, to start with, as I said, we're going to use the rolling ball technique. So, all you're going to do is put the ball on the floor, and then you are going to roll the ball just like that using the bottom of your shoe, okay? So rolling the ball just like that, back, forth. You can use it sideways, okay, and then forwards, okay? Now I'm going to use the rolling technique to get me across my river, and hopefully I don't touch any crocodiles, okay? So let's see how I get on, okay? So this is number 1. Okay, across. Oh, doing well there. I've come to a tight gap. I can use small touches, okay? Just very small rolls, very small rolls. Okay, go in, out, almost to the other side of the river. Okay, and I've made it to the other side of the river. Okay, now when you get to the other side, all you're going to do is going to go back the other way. So let's go. Oh, going to go through this. Okay, challenge completed. Okay, now we're going to move on to part number 2. Okay, so now we're going to use the number 2. Okay, so we've got number 2 now. Now, number 2 requires to use the inside and outside of your foot to control the ball. So before we were using the bottom, now we're going to use the inside and the outside of our football boot or our shoe or our trainer to control the ball. Now, obviously, we've done the rolling one, so that's done. We're going to use the inside and outside to control the ball, okay? Now, this may be a bit challenging, but obviously, if you take it nice and slow, and have little tiny touches, you will be absolutely fine, okay? So let's see how I get on with this time, okay? Right, so, here we go. Use the outside, inside, 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 inside. Oh, use the outside, outside, outside. Inside, inside, inside.
Let my heart and my soul, you see that I ran. Rings of gold and awards sit on my nightstand. I've got something they want, but it's mine to get. Free my struggles, detach me from this island. Leave my knuckles, attack me for my finance. I'm dealing with this pain, I just can't let you come throw it away. So I
Okay, so now we've successfully got to the other side of the river and then back using the inside and outside. Now coming back, I bumped into a crocodile, probably because I'm wearing a Fulham shirt. I'm joking, best team in the world. Now because I've used the inside and the outside and the obviously the rolling one, all I'm going to do now is use some toe taps each side as my next progression, okay? Now, this time you can choose how you want to dribble the ball across the river. So there's 2 ways in which you can dribble. Now, step number 1, we rolled the ball, okay? Using the bottom of our foot. The second one, we use the inside and outside, okay? So you can now decide which one you want to choose going across the river and then coming back again, okay? That's up to you. Right, I'm gonna give it a go. For example, if you're having a bit of trouble deciding, I'm gonna use the inside going there, and I'm gonna use the rolling one coming back. Okay, so try and mix it up a bit and try and change up the technique, see which one suits you best. Okay, let's have a go. Now, once you get to the other side of the river, you, as I said, you are going to be doing your toe taps, okay? Now, the toe taps are so simple. They require the minimal effort, but at least 5 need to be done each side, okay? So now I've got to this side of the river, I'm going to do five toe taps, okay? So 5 toe taps, watch nice and closely, is on top of the ball, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just touching the top of the football, okay? Okay, so that's all you need to do. But obviously I've done over 5 there. Do more if you can, but 5 as a minimum, okay? Then you go back to the other side, and then you're going to do, obviously, the other 5 toe taps. Now, I use the inside and outside technique to get to this side. So what technique do you think I'm going to use going back? That's right, so I'm going to be using the rolling technique now to try and get me back. Okay, so let's see how this goes, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
On the feet of boat, no L, still 6-0, run around town, profile mentality. Bad on 10-6, ring, sitting under me. D-do, acting like we ain't what I wanna be. Got me tickle, trying to act so selfishly. Pocket full of green, stacked up like a pot of peas. Big boy dog, walk around with a lot of fleas. So I'm quick, go super fast. Every day I gotta make it count. Every second gotta make it last. Roll around, do the double dash. Big blue on my skin, taking off in 10, 9, 8. Hold up, wait, got a date. Ladies love my speed, quick to run up trees. Who you sing like me? Nobody. Stand in my lane, best friend named Tails. Balance running on rails, I can never fail.
Okay, well done for doing that task, fantastic effort. So we've done quite a few techniques now in terms of how we can control the ball in tight spaces. Obviously this would relate to try and dribble around players on the football field, okay? Now, the last progression, which is going to be probably the most trickiest one, is to use your weaker foot. Now, my weaker foot is my left foot, okay? So I always use my right foot. So if you normally use your right foot, you're gonna use your left foot. If you normally use your left foot, you're gonna use your right foot, okay? That simple. Now, I'm gonna let you have a freedom of choice to dribble using whatever technique you want to use going across the river, okay? So I'm gonna use my left foot to dribble across the river and then come back. Now, obviously we've talked about using the inside of our foot, the outside of our foot, and the bottom of our foot. So there's different ways in which we can control the ball. So I'm gonna give that a go now and see how I get on, all right? Now before I start, I just need to mention that you still need to be using your toe taps each side, okay? So this time I'd want you to use 10 toe taps each side, okay? So you're gonna do it from when you start here, when you cross, and then you come back. So in total that's 3 lots of toe taps, 10 each. So what's 10 times 3? 30. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to start with my ball here. I'm going to do 10 toe taps to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to use my weaker foot to dribble. Let's go.
They see
like take it. I'm dealing with this pain, I just can't let you come throw it away.
Don't crash, really go fast. Press on the gas, 400 my dash, never gonna last. Came a long way from the back of my dash. Since I got racks, I never look back. I'm going fast, I'm on my way to the bank. Level up, I'm moving up on my rank. Pedal to metal, I'm winning the race. Yeah.
Keep me up, creep on me, they speak on me, they slow down when they...
Okay guys, and that is the end of our football dribbling activity lesson, okay? Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've taken away a few things which can help you, develop your dribbling technique when you actually are dribbling around the field. So just a few teaching points we're going to go over again. Bottom of our foot to control the ball, inside and outside. Also, small touches on the ball, okay? We don't want to see big touches. We want to see small little touches. That's all we want to see, okay? Using inside, outside and bottom, okay? Now obviously I did it going there and back, but if you can do it a few more times and you can really push yourself, I'd love to see you try that, okay? Really go for it. You're doing really well, guys, and good luck.